Want free COD points? Ain't got money. Stop using Razorback. Listen here, buddy. There's a link in the description. I want you to tap. Click that. Earn points. Download the app. Yo, what is up, guys? It's the Goblin, and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. And I'm actually really excited about this video because this gameplay is probably one of my best gameplays in Black Ops 3. And not by the scoreline, but just by how freaking ham I was going in the spawns and how many kills I get so freaking quickly on the second side of domination. I'll spoil the scoreline for you guys. Some people get mad when I say the scoreline early. Some people don't really care and want to know what it is. It's 111 kills to 10 deaths and this very fast domination with this overpowered Pharo class setup. Now, I haven't talked about the Pharo in so long, and I wanted to finish my recent overpowered series on my channel before Infinite Warfare comes out. We have about 3 weeks left, and I know a lot of people are still interested in Black Ops 3. I've been playing, honestly, I was playing Black Ops 3 all day today because of the new weapons that came out, and because it was double XP. I was grinding the Nuketown playlist, and that's when I got this gameplay. Double XP on Black Ops 3. I've just been grinding that and having a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to see those levels go up super duper fast. And anyway, if you guys want to see any of the new weapons that came out today, they're all on my channel. Make sure you guys go and check them out. I really strongly suggest you guys just click through the videos and just watch, 30 seconds of each video, watch a little bit of the gameplay to get yourself accustomed with the new weapons. But this is going to be a class setup for the Pharo, and this is one that is an absolutely dominant class that's literally missing nothing. Like, there's nothing on this class that I wish I had an extra slot here or something like that. This class is dominant, and I'll be talking about that in this video. But first off, I want to say I'd really appreciate, usually my uploads at night are when I put some good effort into a long video every night, and I'd really appreciate if you guys can support this thing. You guys have been supporting all my uploads today. If you guys could support this one as well, 2,000 likes, if we could hit that, that would be absolutely amazing. And I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. What guns do you still want to see from me for the overpowered classes? I've done, I think, every AR and every SMG right now, and there's just, let me know if there's any shotguns or LMGs. I'm working on some shotguns right now. I'm cooking up some nasty stuff with the shotguns. But let's talk about the Pharo. The Pharo is a 3-round burst SMG, and or is it a 4-round burst? I think it might be, yeah, it's a 4-round burst SMG, so it's similar to the XR2. And this thing, I sort of wrote it off. I'm gonna lie, I might have underestimated this gun. I might have said this gun is a little bit weaker than it is. This thing actually, if you're accurate, and I actually lowered my sensitivity. I usually play on a 6.6 sensitivity, but I've lowered it down to a 5.5, and even on Infinite Warfare, I'm playing with a lower sensitivity. This gun, if you're accurate with it, it is a melt machine. Now, not at long range. At long range or super medium range, this gun sucks. And that's obvious because it's an SMG. Even in SMG, when it's burst, you can sort of get confused. But this SMG is made for close up. This thing can one burst up close. And even if you don't one burst, the second burst comes out super fast. I absolutely love using this gun up close. But the one thing I'll say about this gun is that it's very similar to the XR2. It's all about your accuracy. You need to make sure your burst is accurate. You need to make sure you're hitting them in the upper chest with that full burst to be able to get a one burst kill. And the best way to do that is to be able to lock onto your target fast and make sure your gun is not having recoil. And that's why I, did this class up like this. I'll show it up on the screen right now. And let's talk about it. What this class setup is, I actually have this class setup memorized because I loved it so much. I was playing with it so much today. Is as far as my attachments, I have 2 attachments only: grip and quick draw. It's a burst weapon, so you're not going to run out of ammo that fast. You don't really need anything else on this gun. I find that you don't need fast mags or extended mags because you're not going to run out of ammo very fast. So I just throw on 2 ones that are traditionally always going to help: quick draw and grip. Those are always going to help no matter what. Any gun in the game, I throw those on standard attachments. Now, as far as where it gets interesting is on the secondary, I'm running an LCAR-9. Now, you won't see it that much until like the end half of the gameplay. I go absolutely off with the LCAR-9. Now, the reason for this is because usually I would run an RK5, right? Because RK5 is deadly at close range. But I wanted secondary that's a bit more deadly at long range here, since the Pharo, honestly, it sucks at long range. The Pharo is made for up close and personal. Hip fire is very strong with it, and up close and personal is very strong with it. And that's why I have the LCAR for a bit more medium or long range engagements. And also for the second reason is because I'm not running extended mags or fast mags. I'm going to run out of ammo. It's going to happen. You're going to get in those situations where I call it getting caught with your pants down, which is basically when you run out of ammo, you're trying to reload, you don't know what you're going to do. You're going to die, and you need that secondary secondary weapon to fall back on, or you need a specialist heat wave or a camo or someone to get you out of those situations where you're caught with your pants down, and that's what the secondary is for as well. Now, as far as my perks, I run it with 4 perks in the first 2 slots. No third perk on this class setup. I find I'm playing it risky. Third perk is not that important. I mean, Blast Suppressor, Attack Mask, you can live without those perks unless people are stun grenading a lot. But as far as the perks I run, it's going to be Afterburner as well as Flak Jacket, because this gun, honestly, I jump around a lot with it. And I said on the XR2 that I would jump around with that gun as well, but I also ran stock on that gun, which, come to think about it, you could run the XR2 without stock. I still do like it with stock because XR2 is a traditional posting up assault rifle as well as a jumping around one. But the Pharo is definitely one you're going to want to be jumping around with, and that's why I don't run stock on this thing, but I do run Afterburner. Flak Jacket, I believe, is very, very self-explanatory. Everyone knows why you're going to want to run Flak Jacket. That's simply because you don't want to get grenaded. You don't want to get hit with the war machine. You don't want to get blown up by stuff. And as far as my second perks, it's very standard combo. I have Scavenger because I don't want to run out of ammo. I'm going some really, really nice streaks. And as well as that, I have Fast Hands, which is simply for 2 very good uses here. Aiming down sights faster after sprint, as well as switching to my secondary. And also, Fast Hands isn't just about aiming down sights faster after sprint. And a lot of people think that, and that's why people say, why would you use it on a shotgun, blah, blah, blah. Fast Hands just gets your gun up faster after a sprint. It doesn't, like, whether you're aiming down sights or whether you're hip firing with the gun after sprinting, that is totally irrelevant to Fast Hands. It helps in either facet, and that's why I absolutely like it. Now, this part of the gameplay is where I start to go absolutely off. I think I get a quad feed here. Yeah, I get a freaking quad feed, dude. I don't know when the last time I got a quad feed on Black Ops 3 was, but that was freaking sick. I absolutely love that. Those guys were all grouped around that care package, and I felt like a god when I got that quad feed. And then I whip out the LCAR9 and do some work with it. This gun, definitely in this combo, you can see how I spawn trap these people. It was absolutely disgusting. I think I'm on a ruthless medal right now, full kill streaks, and the kill streaks I was running in this game, and that's something I want to talk about here, is in this game, usually these kill streaks I always run like on a small map, like on Nuketown. These are always going to go in Sentry Gun, Cerberus, Wraith. Now, one concern about Infinite Warfare is that the streaks are very, very weak right now, but one good thing is that they're hiding most of the streaks from us. Most of the streaks are locked, and I've been looking at the streaks, and I think one that could be good for Infinite Warfare is perhaps running the Vulture, Sentry Gun, and then the Warden, I think it's called. Yeah, the Warbird is called the Warden. I think that one is actually pretty good. I realize it's like an escort drone, so basically you have to be running around in their spawn for the Warden to do stuff on Infinite Warfare. And I think that on Infinite Warfare, the kill streaks are very weak. I think that Infinity Ward, hopefully they're listening to the stats from the beta, and hopefully they're buffing the kill streaks, buffing the assault rifles, fixing the balancing issues, because Black Ops 3 actually did a very good job on the beta. A lot of people don't remember things like Reject from the beta, how overpowered they were, and that's why I make those beta videos. M8A7 was a 1 burst literally every single time. It still is a 1 burst a lot of the time, but there was a lot of things that were super overpowered on the beta and that were fixed. Now, one concern is that that beta took place in August, while this beta takes place in October. So do they have that much time to fix things? But one positive I did notice is because I played Infinite Warfare, I played it at the start of September, so like September 1st or September 2nd, I think those were the days I played. And then I also played on this last weekend, so October 14th to 17th. And there were a few changes with perks and guns and stuff like that. I think mostly the perks is what I noticed were the changes. And I think that is a good sign. It means Infinity Ward, honestly, Infinity Ward doesn't pay as much attention to their games as Treyarch does, but I think that they actually are going serious with this one, and I hope that they really, really are paying attention and patching those things up. Another thing I want to talk about is because a lot of people always say, whenever people hate on Infinite Warfare, people always say, oh, but Infinite Warfare has been in development for 3 years. They couldn't know people wouldn't like this sort of game. You know what I mean? But in reality, if you look at the game of Infinite Warfare, and I'm not hating at all, I do like the game Infinite Warfare, and I can't wait to upload it all this year, and of course I love Black Ops 3. If you look at Infinite Warfare, pretty much everything is just stolen from Black Ops 3. They're not stolen, but you know what I mean. They have specialists. They have a high caliber. They have the supply drop system. I mean, if you look at the black market and the quartermaster, they're literally identical. And it seems like, you know, Infinite Warfare was at least very, very inspired for the multiplayer portion of it from Black Ops 3. And I think what they do when they develop these games is they really focus on the campaign and the storyline and all that stuff before, and multiplayer is sort of their last thing they make, which kind of sucks because multiplayer honestly is the most important thing about a Call of Duty game. I think anyone could agree with that. Statistically, it is, and I wish they, put more time into it. But I'm glad Infinite Warfare does take some good things from Black Ops 3. It is a good sign, and I am enjoying the game so far. So thank you guys for watching this video. I was rambling there at the end a bit, but this is an overpowered Pharo class setup. Please drop a like on this thing. I'd really appreciate if you could smash up 2,000 likes. That would be the goal. Smash that like button, guys. Just hit it right now if you're watching at the end of the video. Just do it, man. It really helps me out. And thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe for Cookie and Don't Lookie. And I'm out. Peace.